Hello and welcome to part D of the first Ukulele Jam Kit. Today we're going to work on a solo riff that's meant to be played over the 1-6-4-5 chord progression using our C major scale and the indie strum pattern. Now, all three of these concepts have been covered in the other episodes, part A, B, and C. So if you haven't seen those already, check out the links in the description below to make sure that you've seen them and all this will make a little more sense. Now, today we're going to learn a riff, and a riff is a melodic collection of notes often played as a solo. The riff we're going to learn today is a lot of fun to play, and if we write it out in tab, it might look something like this. You can see it now on the screen. Now, we're going to listen to what it sounds like just on its own, just to start. So, this riff sounds something like this. Pretty nice, right? To learn it, we're going to start with the first measure into the first note of the second measure. And the reason for this is it just helps us build the feel for how it should sound. So to start, using our C major scale, we're going to start with our ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to play that and hold it. Then we're going to play 3 and then 2 on the A, and then 3 on the E with our ring finger here, followed by our open A. And that finishes the first measure into that line. And so it sounds something like this in time, but really, really slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. Now we go on to the next part here, which is going to be the end of the second measure into the beginning of the third measure. And that's going to sound something like this. We're going to start with our open C string, and then place our middle finger on 2 of the C, then open E, and then 1 on the E with our index. You'll notice that's just the C major scale, just moving straight up to 1 there. So that in time, but really slow time, should sound something like this. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pretty cool, right? Now when we go on to measure 4, or the end of 3 into the beginning of 4, it's going to sound something like this, which is just a continuation of our scale. We're going to start with the index finger here on 1 of the E, go to 3 on the E with our ring finger, open on the A, and then 2 on the A with our middle finger. And to finish this measure, measure 4, we're going to play that 2 again, and that starts it all over to go back into the beginning. So that we can hear that last measure, it sounds something like this, nice and slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Last note there at the end. Now, it really sounds good when we repeat it. So I'm going to play the whole thing nice and slow a couple times through so that you can get a feel for how it should sound, and feel free to play along with me as I'm doing this too. So we'll do it a little bit faster than we did there. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. And that's what it sounds like by itself, but to be honest, it's a little boring by itself, isn't it, right? What really makes this sound good is when we play it along with the strumming that we were working on. And in this case, I've actually made a jam track that we're going to play along with here right now. Now, if you'd like to download this jam track, check out my Patreon page. It's really thanks to my patrons over there that I'm able to make these videos. You can download this jam track as well as PDFs that have all of the different information from all the different episodes. But now let's go ahead and play it along with the jam track. And we'll play it quite a few times. Should sound something like this. And there you have it. Adding this riff really creates a nice melody to our jam. Now, using our chord progression, the scale, the strum pattern, and the riff covered in these 4 different parts, you can really start jamming out, and it's a lot of fun to try the different sections all together and mix them up and play along with the recording with friends. Have one friend play the chords, you play the riff, switch back and forth. It's a ton of fun. So again, if you'd like to download that jam track along with a PDF that covers each of the sections, be sure to check out my Patreon page that I mentioned before. If you really enjoyed this video and the videos here, be sure to give this one a like and subscribe to my channel to check out more episodes of this Ukulele Jam Kit. Each month, we're going to do 4 different parts to break down an ukulele jam, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month for the start of the next Ukulele Jam Kit. Thanks so much.